Did Donald Trump just arrest the president of Venezuela in a Nike tech? Let's talk about it. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past few days, I'm pretty sure you've seen that we, the US, have kidnapped President Maduro and his wife from Venezuela, and we have now bombed a sovereign nation. Yes, I repeat, a sovereign nation of 30 million people. You guys remember months ago, they told us about some boats, some drugs, and illegal terrorists crossing international waters into the United States to bring fentanyl, amongst other drugs. I don't know about y'all, but it seems like that was all a big Trojan horse in order to get what we wanted in the long run, which was oil, oil, oil. Now, if you're from any political side, doesn't really matter because there was no congressional oversight or approval for this to happen. Now, I'm not one to call out the president or the government for everything, but this should make Americans look at what's going on in our climate right now, especially our political and economic climate. While we were thinking that this was all about protecting the borders, our children, and American citizens from fentanyl and other drugs, apparently this whole time it's been a ploy to get the natural resource, oil, which Venezuela is the number one largest oil reserve holder in the entire world, even over Saudi Arabia. So it makes sense why, in the long run, it was never about drugs, it was never about protection, it was about money. And the United States just said that they are going to continue operations in Venezuela and that we're going to prop up a regime change. But do you guys really believe this is true? Not going to be a regime change. The person who's taking over right now, we're going to try to control the flame the same way that other countries try to do whenever they try to overthrow a political leader. But why is this happening? Why now? Why out of all times? After tariffs, inflation, economic despair, and now we're at war with the sovereign country. Long before I started this, I seen where America was headed in many different ways, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. This kind of takes the cake. Over the next week, we're gonna hear about what's going on in Venezuela, how this is affecting its citizens, and most importantly, how it's affecting its citizens. We're gonna continue to talk about this when it comes to Venezuela. This might be part one. We might continue this again. Depends on what happens with the new news that we receive. But like I said, this is Closed Minded Media. Thanks for joining us.